And so therapist, this is, you have like confidentiality with the patients. I don't know, I said that word wrong, but
Yeah, there's like HIPAA
okay.
confidentiality with that, and so it's interesting because my clients are not there to know about me. I'm not sharing my story with them. There's just kind of an interesting relationship because they're there to share what's going on in their life, and I'm there to offer feedback and kind of help them um, rethink. The best way I have found in therapy is for them to have self discovery. There's lots of assessments that you can take as well, but I'll offer baselines and going, okay, how is your anxiety level now? It was at a 10. Is it now down to a 6? And what tools are you using to help with your anxiety? And so there's measurements that we can take to say whether it's successful or not.
I suppose you have a patient, right? And they're like been through 4 or 5 sessions, and the patient seems happy, but in your mind you're like, okay, I'm not be the best person. I'm not be the best therapist for this job. You say, hey, patient, like, let's find you someone else, or you try to work it out. How does that work?
Oftentimes, I'll you'll get into a space where, well, when I'm ready to graduate them, that's a place where you kind of feel bored in the session. There's not a lot to talk about, but it's also really hard for me and the client because we've developed a really good relationship. When there's maybe some issues that I'm not familiar in dealing with or I'm not specifically trained in.
So how do you keep your business life, the therapy stuff, separate from your personal life? How do you make sure it doesn't bleed over, so to speak?
Really good self care.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, are you talking about emotionally?
Yeah, anything
Yeah,
you want to talk
I
about.
think
Yeah.
emotionally there, it like
Like, how do
just
you keep from getting too invested in your clients?
some of his personality. So I can be very empathetic, but I can also leave it at the door. Um, I'm if you're familiar with the Enneagram, that's my best way to describe
Okay.
it. Are you familiar with
A little
that?
bit, yeah.
Okay, so I'm an Enneagram 7, which is good and bad for a therapist because I can make quick connections. Like I'll say, you just said this word 3 times in the last 5 minutes. What's going on there? What does that actually mean? And oh, let's draw that back to this other point you talked about. So I'm really good at connecting the crime scene on the wall with the red, with the red string that you've got up there. I can make those connections really quickly. The other thing about Enneagram 7s is we're pain avoiders. And so dealing with someone's pain, I'm oftentimes sunny side up, or I'll say, well, at least, if it rains on a picnic, I'm like, well, at least we're together. And so just having to, for me, have to grow in that space of like, I need to sit with people in their pain and suffering,
Okay.
which is hard. That's a harder part for me.